The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Joined your channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sports Insider. My name is Glenn Spillman, and I am your host. I will tell you this. We've got a fire keg waiting to go off. I'm not talking about going off inside of a Chinese hooker either. I'm talking about going off on some people tonight. I've got a few guests tonight that have, from what I perceive, some interesting things to say, and we're going to get to that in just a few minutes. But as I do every single week, and I want to thank, first off, I want to thank Armed Radio Global for having me on and being part of the family. We are coming to you live. Well, I am in California. Armed Radio is in Boston, Massachusetts. We're coming to you live across the country and around the world in over 20 different countries. Armed Radio, not just my show, but all the shows on there. One of my favorites is Pot Talk with Jim and Paul, and damn it, I should get the other guy's name. I don't know his name. I just know him as Moonshine Guy. But hey, you guys, you know, they've got a plethora. That is the word of the evening. Plethora. 3-syllable, 50-cent word of shows. You go to armedradioglobal.com and you can either hit shows or artists, and you can see all the shows they got. They've got, that's a caller calling in. It's a little bit early. They've got Night Talk with Joe Rocks. They've got Rock Talk, R-O-C-K as in rock and roll. Rock Talk with Amy Chifalo. For all those that love food, you got All You Could Eat with Rob Rosenthal. And one of the shows that I'm interested in getting to listen to here a little bit more is Talk Live Paranormal with Shannon Griffin. That sounds like a very interesting show, to say the least. And you know what? If you guys want to listen to the show, and I've got all kinds of people this week that were telling me, hey, I listened to you on the lake on my kayak. Hey, I was listening to you in my car. I was listening to you in an airplane. I had 2 people listening to the show in an airplane. All you got to do is go to tunein.com, download the app, and then search Armed Radio, and that will be the yellow icon with the headphones. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, Glenn Spillman, you can do that, and you can ask questions throughout the show. We've got a lot of people that do that. If you happen to miss a show, go to Spreaker.com, type in my name, Glenn Spillman, or Sports Insider. You go to last week's show, there's already been 36 people that have listened to the show post, and there's been 2 downloads. So thank you everyone for listening to the show and doing the downloads. I've already got people chiming in to ask questions, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get my first guest on the show, known as The Game. Let's do a little intro music for him. In about 2 seconds. We are going to call John Charles, ladies and gentlemen, our first guest on the show. Let me get his number right here. And here we go. We're getting ready to talk to The Game, John Charles.
Hello.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, John, you are on the Sports Insider, and thank you for coming on tonight. Unlike my first guest that was supposed to be on, Mr. Ron Imhoff, he was supposed to come on, but he told me that he didn't want to come on first. He wanted to hear the show and hear what was going on. So here's what I'm going to do. Listen to this. Here we go. Here we go. Listen to this.
All right.
That is the pint that I'm opening up right now. I'm going to sit back because I understand this is going to be a powder keg, and there's a lot of information that we're going to go over. So I'll hand the time over to you, brother. What do you got to say, man, and why do you got to say it?
Well, we kind of went over why I got to say it last week.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't be surprising to anyone that's listening, or you, Glenn, that Ron Imhoff is a coward. And once again, it's been proven by his inability to perform up front. Let's just say that's the first time. Isn't the first time that's happened to him, and definitely won't be the last. But anyway, getting to it, I wanted to let a couple things be known up front. I do have a dojo that I'm a part of, and I believe my sensei is probably messaging you as we speak, isn't he, Glenn?
Well, there's a few people texting me right now, and I think so. I've got like 4 people contacting me right now on Facebook, and yeah.
Oh, well, is one of them my sensei, the Frothy Wolverine, Al Moosman?
Yep, that's one of them. Al Moosman is on.
That is my sensei. He is, he's helped me out quite a bit. He's taught me an awesome move that you saw Ron tap out to. I'm going to make Ron tap out to that fucking leg bar. Guaranteed. Count on it. See, I make count on it special. That retard doesn't. So that is my catchphrase from now on. Count on it. Just saying.
So why would you want to tap him out rather than knock him out? Is it because of the embarrassment?
The embarrassment. I mean, seriously, Glenn, once again, I'm like a foot taller than him. I outweigh him by like 150 pounds. All I need is one punch, and he's going to get knocked the fuck out. So this can't take that much. But if I beat him at his own game because he's a master of MMA,
yeah,
holy shit, that says it all right there. And also, as it came out, I've been having a sexual romance with Ron's daughter.
Oh shit!
It's true. Scott Levins kind of broke the news before I could, but that is true. Also, speaking of things that have transpired since last week, remember how we discussed a contract signing and Ron, the bad boy, agreed to it, correct?
Yes, he did.
All right. Since then, has completely ignored it. He supposedly is going to go to Detroit and fight Corey Hall on the 27th, which is the same exact date we agreed upon to do the contract signing.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, Alan Moosman just chimed in. He can't wait for John Charles to defeat Imhoff so I can get back with Nina Livingston.
Yes, okay. So I was going to get to that right there. So, in the new contract that's going to be signed,
yeah,
and if he does not, his signature, we've already discussed with our legal team since he verbally agreed and we have it on radio that he agreed to it, he does not physically have to sign to it to make it legally binding. But that being said, part of the contract is if I win, Al gets Nina, the legal rights to Nina, as well as I get Emma, Ron's daughter, the legal rights.
How old is Ron's daughter?
I believe she's 21.
Okay,
20,
so
she's legal. She's legal.
All right. I just want to make sure.
She's completely legal and completely delicious.
But Moosman also says, my student will tap Ron out like I did, but worse.
I'm going to break his leg.
Really? So what are you gonna do if he's tapping and he's tapping out and the ref is calling the fight? Are you still gonna break his leg?
Brother, there's not gonna be a ref.
Oh.
There's not gonna be a ref. This is either tap out, knock out. Whenever it's done, it's done. No ref there would never be sanctioned because of how much I outweigh him by. Not unless we do a completely open weight.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So that would never be sanctioned. The only person I want there, besides the crowd, and obviously all the Facebook and people watching and everything like that, I want someone there to make sure I don't kill him, to pull me off.
And who do you want for that?
Well, I would like. I'd like to think my sensei Al would be able to, but unfortunately, he hates Ron so much he probably egged me on to finish it.
Okay.
I may talk to Alex about that. We're going to figure this out, and my management team.
I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but I'm getting all these questions and comments, and this is freaking funny, and it's making me laugh. It says Liz Imhoff wants to try John Charles too because her sister said he's huge.
That is true. I mean, I don't know how.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I truly do. As well as, I got some breaking news about the bad boy himself.
All right.
And this is going to be very interesting to everyone on Midwest Legends. First off, the fight with Justin Bieber and his T-shirt, it's over. It's been canceled. You know why? Because I took out Scooter Braun. And it's been confirmed that because of what I did to him by hacking into U.S. Cellular and everything like that, that Scooter Braun wants nothing to do with Ron Imhoff anymore. That is a direct quote.
So when you say you took care of him, explain to our listeners what that means.
Oh, I got him booted off of Facebook. I hacked his phone and released tons of screenshots over the past 2 years of Ron's exploits and his fights, or that lack thereof of fights. I also have, which I'm going to be releasing, documented proof that Ron's last fight with which was supposedly kickboxing with Nick Langoria, was fixed. Nick Langoria got paid to lay down. And I sent that information to Scooter Braun. He did not get kicked out. He removed himself.
Ah.
So the T-shirt money, it's gone.
All right.
The fight with Bieber, it's gone. You're welcome, Ron.
Another one, another statement comes in. Ron lives in hotels and doesn't know we have eyes on him always. Just
is that one of my goons? Is that one of my goons?
I'm not going to reveal the source, but that's just coming in to me right now.
See, I got goons everywhere. That's how I knew that he was in that motel, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get in that because Ron likes to call the police, as we are all aware of. He is in room 39 currently. There is a manager that I paid him $20 and he confirmed that Ron is still there. And I can guarantee you this, Ron, if you're listening, because I know you are, because you're probably jacking off, thinking about me fucking your wife and your daughter, it's okay. Eventually you will get hard, Ron. But I want you to know that if you do not show up on the 27th to sign up, I have eyes all over you. I have people in U.S. Cellular that can pinpoint your exact location for me. You better sign, boy, because we both know you're not going to go fight Corey in Detroit. Your bitch ass can't afford to fucking live on your own. You have to live off of government assistance that your wife who's disabled gets. You can't even fucking work. You're a bum. So come get your money if you can whip my ass. I already said it. I'm going to keep my promise. I'm a man of my word. 25G is still up, even though Ron doesn't have any money. He just has to put up his daughter and his wife.
So, where's this contract signing going to be? Are you going to him? Is he coming to you? Well, I understand you're about an hour away from him.
Yes, I am completely only an hour away from him. Unlike Corey, which I really hope Corey does get his shot at Ron.
Right.
And I really hope he does, because Ron deserves to get it from Corey and everything like that. But I am not 3 states away like Corey. I am an hour away. Hell, I'm in the same area code as you, Ron. It's going to happen whether he agrees to a certain location or I come to him. End of story. And I'm working on it right now, Glenn, to get on the phone with, it just is kind of funny. I've slept with so many of Ron's ex-wives, one in particular by the name of Shavana.
How many ex-wives does he have?
I know of at least 3.
Oh, wow.
I've slept with at least 2. And they both said that, I did things that Ron never could, and, it's the problem with having a small penis like Ron's, 2 inches can only do so much. But, that being said, Shavana, which I'm going to release, she sent me papers that Ron is a woman beater. He beat on her. He can't beat up men, so he got to beat up women.
Someone just sent me an address, 224 5th Avenue Southwest, Olwyn, Iowa.
Olwyn. Yep. That must
address?
Be one of my goons again. One of my goons.
Is that where you guys are going to do the contract signing?
That's his home address.
Oh, shit. Oh.
That is his home address, yes. Nina gave it to us.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. What me and Al did to Nina, the video might come out, but I'd be too afraid that I'd get banned from Facebook, so I might upload it to Pornhub.
Yeah. Oh, gee. Well, hey, you know what? They're paying for videos right now, so.
Oh, I know. That's what I've been saying to her. And I also heard how Nina got flowers from Al this past week. Al spared no expense, and sent her some beautiful flowers to that hotel or motel, whatever the heck you want to call it.
So with all these, speaking of videos, with all these videos that I've seen on Midwest Legends from Ron Imhoff, and number one, he's pretty pissed off because you guys talked about his family. From what he says, allegedly talked about his family. Well, I mean, you have now, but he's pretty mad. But from 2 shows ago, he said to me that he would fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. And the videos that I have seen has been about canceling fights. I mean, granted, it's extending him a week or whatnot, but I mean, if he's not going to fight Corey, he should say so. If he's not going to fight you, he should say so. I mean,
but here's the thing, Glenn. Here's the thing. I hate to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
He's going to have to fight me because I'm going to make him. Otherwise, he's going to just stand there and bleed and not break his leg. He's going to have to fight me because I will go to him. I am not like Corey. And once again, this is not a jab to Corey. Corey's my brother.
Right.
Love him to death. And I sincerely hope that Corey can make it to Iowa sometime because that's the only way he's going to get a hold of Ron. Ron can't hide from me. I know where he lives. I can track him. My goons have eyes on him constantly. I got contact with some of his children. I have contact with his ex-wife. Hell, I have contact with his common-law wife. I mean, she's fucking my sensei, for God's sake.
Oh, wow.
Here's the thing. And let me tell you something. The video that I'll let you guys know when I release it to Pornhub. Nina loves it in the ass. Oh my God, that bitch is an anal whore. She can take so many damn anal beads, brother. Wow. Alice poured that ass up literally. I mean, wow. But, getting back to talking about his family, it was okay for them to talk about my family 2 years ago. It was okay for them to try and find out where I worked at. And which I work at a pretty prestigious place. Not going to go and divulge anything. But to tell people that I was a child molester, it was okay for them to call my 14-year-old daughter and say sexually provocative things
No.
That's okay. But what I say, oh, what the fuck? And this is coming from the guy that, like you said that he would fight anyone, anytime, but all he is excuses, as well as the guy that lied about for majority of his career that he was a Marine. Stolen valor. Piece of shit. And this is also the same guy that got sent on a trip to nowhere from my sensei and myself to Atlanta, and that he had to eat Mike Davis's ass out to get home. That's right.
Wait. Do you mean to tell me that Ron Imhoff licked some dude's asshole to get money to get back home?
And there's video proof.
Oh my freaking God.
And I'm going to get that. Once again, I'm not into gay porn. As well as Savannah and Nina both sent me pictures of Ron's little penis. You know, not that I like looking at other guys' penises, but if anyone ever wants it, I can make sure it gets sent to them. As well as the video. I mean, I'm telling you, brother, Mike Davis, Wes Sims, and Daniel Johns did a train on Ron to get home. That was part of the conditions for him to come home from Atlanta.
Do you hear that noise? It's like budding. Do you hear that?
Is that Ron?
No, that's just people chiming in with questions, comments, something about...
Please feel free to ask as many as you'd like, sir.
Emma loved DeAndre in Indiana, made porn for Pornhub, took it in the bum.
Yep.
Anal skanks. Nina loves Al in her ass. I mean, those are all the comments that I've received so far.
Well, you know, they're not lying. I'm sure that's some of Nina's fans and Emma's fans, and as well as some of my goons. My goons have had fun with Emma and Nina as well.
Well, I appreciate them listening to the show. Thank you guys for listening to the show. I appreciate it.
My goons are huge fans. Huge fans.
I appreciate that.
No, you know, we appreciate you, Glenn.
Well, thank you.
We truly do. You know, you give us a way to finally let the truth out. And, you know, it's quite sad that Ron is the way he is. But the truth has to be, you know, spoken. And all he has to do, remember, I'm an untrained fighter. All I've ever done was fight in the field and everything like that. He's a trained fighter. He should easily whip my ass. If he wants 25K, why doesn't he just step up to the plate and do it?
You know what, brother? I don't know you from Adam, and I'm not a fighter. I mean, I've done some, when they had the fights way back when it was a tough man contest where anyone can go in and fight. I've done that kind of stuff. I'm not a fighter. I would fight you for 25 grand.
Exactly.
I mean, hell, I may not win, but damn, I at least try. Shit. That's a lot of freaking money, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Why? What is his excuse? To sign the fucking contract to make sure that it's legit, that I'm not lying. You can see it in escrow. What is his fucking excuse? Instead of him saying, "You're gonna learn from dub. You don't want none of this." Come on, bitch. Fucking step up.
Al Mooseman says there is a video proof of Ron crying in Flint to the cops.
Yes, that is true. That is true. As well as it's been released as well. At one point in time, there was another gentleman that was quite familiar on Midwest Legends, and he went by the name of Dave Hipster. It has been proven that Dave Hipster is Ron Imhoff's true manager and true lover. And Dave Hipster as well has been on actual live TV, and Alex and other people have posted that as well.
So allegedly, because I don't know for a fact, I haven't seen any videos. So Ron's gay, and he's got a lover that.
Oh, it gets better, brother.
Oh,
he's also his protege is convicted. And I posted this last week. Has been arrested for being a pedophile. Gary, all these videos of Ron going to Flint is with Gary, who's a known pedophile, as well as Ron still being investigated in connection with Gary.
Really?
And a pedophilia, yes.
Wow.
I mean, there's video of Ron.
That's pretty. That's pretty bold. You know, again, I say allegedly because I don't know for a fact, but That's a pretty bold statement, brother.
It all boils down to this, brother. Truly it does. Everything I've said is the truth. And the truth shall set you free.
Yeah.
But what do I have to say to get this motherfucker to fight me? What do I have to do? I mean, does he want me to release the video of me and his daughter? Does he want me to release the video of him eating out Mike Davis's ass? What do I have to do to get you to fight? Ron, tell me. And I'll do it. I've given you an option of money. You're a fucking coward. That's what it boils down to.
Al Moosman also says Ron was at gunpoint and bawled his eyes out with Gary the pedophile.
Yep, Gary McNamara.
And then another comment says, why is Ron hanging out with pedophiles like Gary McNamara?
And that's the gentleman I was speaking of.
Wow.
I mean, I hate to tell everyone this at Midwest Legends, but we've been played for a fool by Ron. He still is in cahoots with Mike Davis and Wes Sims. I mean, come on, he fucking ate out fucking Mike Davis's asshole to come home. Alright? I have the proof of that. I have the proof of all this. Ron, I've taken everything from you. I've taken your spirit. Next, the only thing left for me to take is your ass. And that will, no, actually not your ass, because, you know, that belongs to Mike Davis. I'll take your leg, because I'm going to snap it in half. And I'll take it home with me. Count on it.
So what are you going to do if Ron says, I'm not signing shit?
Well, then it looks like when I have to confront him, I will have someone to bond me out.
All right.
If that says anything.
All right. Well,
because we know that Ron will call the police.
Well, I know a good bail bondsman. Tony the Tiger Lopez, 3-time world champion boxer, is a bail bondsman, and he'll bond you out.
I appreciate that, and I'm pretty good for my money, so I would definitely pay it to get bonded out, and I'm sure, hell, we could probably set up a GoFundMe account. If I live stream going to his place, and that motherfucker runs in his house and calls the cops, I guarantee you, if someone set up a GoFundMe, within an hour I would have enough money to bond out, if I didn't have it.
So why do you think Ron talks all this stuff? And again, I'm not saying anything that's not true. He does these videos. It's on Midwest Legends. It's on there. He does like a video a day, and he talks about all this stuff.
He's got so shitty a service, so he has to have Raimi upload it though.
So do you wait? Oh, here's another comment. We screwed over Scooter, so Ron won't be getting T-shirt money, and no Bieber fight. Ron is ruined.
You smell that? You smell that, Glenn? You know what that smell is, Glenn?
What is that?
Utter defeat.
Utter defeat.
Utter defeat. This is 2 years in the making, brother. 2 years that I've waited, and I've taken everything from that motherfucker. Everything.
So do you think? I guess you got him going because let me see here. I got a text. Call my number. What a bunch of BS. Now I'm pissed. Motherfucker talking about.
Motherfucker didn't want to come on when he was supposed to. This is my time.
Yeah.
We'll give him a. What do you say? When does your show go off?
7 o'clock. 30 minutes.
30 minutes. We'll call him 6:57.
6:57. All right.
Yeah, and that's about as much. We're going to give him the same amount of time as the length of his penis.
2 minutes.
Okay, so 6:58. You're right.
All
My
right.
math is bad.
All right.
But no, does Ron not understand that I got goons on everything? I got people in Cedar Rapids who work for U.S. Cellular that's giving me all his info from his phone. How does he not understand that's how I knew where he lived, that he was staying in that motel.
Hmm?
And let me tell you this, I kind of didn't want to lay it out there last week because, it was in the heat of the moment, 2 years in the making, but I had a secret partner all this time. And Ron knew it, but didn't know who his secret partner was. And let me tell you, the Frothy Wolverine has won again, has defeated Ron finally, because Ron wouldn't fight my sensei, he won't fight me, so we've had to take away everything he loves.
So what do you think it's going to take to get Ron to fight anybody?
What I think it's going to take is someone to catch him in public and just start wailing on him. Ron will not get into the ring. For one thing, I don't think to get in the cage he can ever legally do that because he was so fucking terrible before. They banned him. I know in the state of Indiana, I released a video where even the fans beat the shit out of Ron after one of the last fights.
I saw that video.
Then the commission isn't going to be too happy once they see these documented interviews by Mike Davis and Nick Longoria admitting that it was a fix on the fucking kickboxing fight. And the only reason why it was a kickboxing fight so it wouldn't affect Nick Longoria's MMA record. And he got paid to lay down. And I have proof of that as well. And then I got all the pictures that he sent Shavana. I got pictures of Shavana with a black eye, beat up. Unfortunately, Shavana does not think that she can make a call in because she's a nurse and actually made something out of her life, unlike Ron. And she said that she definitely would call in next week, though.
There's been people boasting that Ron was 150-0 and bare knuckles.
Bullshit.
I'm looking on Tapology right now, and his record is 1 win, 10 losses. And the only win he had was against Brian Long in Iowa, the Iowa Challenge on March 9th, 2013.
That doesn't surprise me. If you know, I think, and I could be wrong, Goons, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Brian Long the guy that works at the pizza place in Waterloo? Goons, if you can answer that if you're listening, I'd appreciate it, but I'm pretty sure that guy's a real fucking loser, so it didn't take much for Ron to beat him.
So, I mean, because it's right there on the internet. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. It's on Tapology.com.
Yeah.
And then, because when I asked him the very first show, it says on SheerDog.com, which is another MMA boxing, it says Ron the Marine Imhoff. And I'm like, hey,
Ron. Talking about.
And then he said, no, I'm the bad boy.
Because he got, I think the United States Naval Department sent him something about him claiming, false valor. And then a lawyer got involved in it. This was a couple years back, and yeah, it was pretty messy. But my real question is, this motherfucker has to call out fictional characters. He called out Momo. Remember when Momo was big like a couple years ago?
Yeah, that was a statement that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even Momo punked out Ron. A fictional character punked out Ron.
Wow. That kind of reminds me of that quarterback that had that fictional girlfriend. Oh, man.
Manti Te'o.
Yeah, Manti Te'o, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that would be Ron. I mean, I don't know why the hell Nina is still with Ron, to be honest with you. But once Al gets her up to Indiana, I'm sure that'll be the end of story for Nina. Yeah. And yes, my goons have confirmed to me that Brian Long was this pizza kid from fucking Waterloo, and yeah.
And if you go to SheerDog.com, they give him 2 wins, and he also beat Nick Meyer at Blue Blood MMA Fight Legends of the Quad Cities, April 28, 2012.
I'm trying to think if that was the fucking the DQ win that he got? Because I think he got a DQ win.
No, it says submission, punches, 45 seconds in the first round.
Are you sure that wasn't Ron that submitted the punches? Because God knows there's plenty of videos of Ron submitting the punches.
Yeah, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses right after that. He lost against Heath Rudd, Craig Eckelbridge, Marcelo Nunez, Taylor Cron, Jake Clipp, Austin Tweedy, Chris Sojka, and Bradley Moore.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Once again, Ron is nothing more than a piece of shit. I mean, look at him. This prima donna, like, he's not even a fucking prima donna. I'm giving him way too much fucking credit. Had to go on last when, let's face it, Glenn, I know you gotta be unbiased because you're the radio show host. But if you stepped out of the realm of you being the show host, who schooled who last week? Who carried the show last week? Just curious.
Well, I mean, I'd say you did.
I mean, who am I? You got like fucked up. I mean, seriously, that's all he could say. He couldn't even come back with anything.
I mean, dude, if anyone called me, accused me of anything that you're accusing Ron of, I'd be pissed. And I would come out and I would call you out on it. I would say, where's the proof? I'd do all this kind of stuff. But when you laugh and say you got life fucked up and you got this and that, to me, that's backpedaling, and that's not really... That's backpedaling because in psychology, that is because it's true. And if it wasn't true, you would be standing at the highest mountain in the tallest rooftops shouting out, I'm not guilty. Not being like, you got life fucked up.
Or admitting to, or agreeing to fighting me. He could never give me a straight yes. And another thing that's so funny about this, that Ron makes videos to a guy who beat his ass in Flint. And now he's a fan.
Who's a fan? Ron or the guy?
Al, supposedly.
Okay.
But, here's the thing. What it all boils down to, Ron, I want you, before you can come on the show, text in a couple questions, Ron. No, actually, let me ask you a couple questions. And then you answer them, and if it's if you promise not to say you got life fucked up, man, or okay, doubt it, the typical dumb fucking things that you say, you can come on a full 5 minutes beforehand, if that's okay with you, Glenn.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, I hope you're listening, so here you go. Here's 2 questions that I need to ask, and then one of my goons, I'm sure, will come up with questions. So 3 total questions that you have to answer via text, Ron. My first question to you, Ron, is this. What will it take for you to fight me? Number 2, which video would you prefer to come out first? You and Davis, Al and Nina, or me and Emma? Which one of those 3? And then I'm sure my goons will come up with another one. And Glenn, if you see one of my goons ask a question, please relay that one.
Sure.
So I'll wait for Ron, and we can do some filler,
Well, the only thing that Ron says is, ain't none of this shit true, what a bunch of lies, call me. He just made up a bunch of lies.
Just made up a bunch of lies. But how come, Ron making call-out videos to Ron Hesling trying to get him fired from Pella. I mean, seriously, what kind of a bitch is that?
Well, sounds desperate to me.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. If you're that desperate, Ron, and I know you're hurting for money, fucking accept the fight. You don't have to go to Michigan.
Does he get any money if he loses?
No. What am I going to get? I'm going to get his daughter, and Al's going to get his wife. I mean, if anything, we're saving Ron. We're doing Ron a favor.
So there's no purse for him to lose.
No purse for him to lose. He has no money because, good God, I've already taken away the Bieber money. I'm taking away his T-shirt and call-out and shit.
Ron
He's got no
says,
fucking money.
Ron says, I've never hit my ex-wife, and nobody has
I
ever
got
touched
photos
my...
and police report.
What? A
Liar.
photo?
I got photos and police report.
Wow.
And sworn affidavits that were recorded at the Muscatine County Sheriff's Department.
Wow.
So Ron, keep on with your fucking lies. So answer the question: what's it going to take for me to fight you? And which video would you prefer to come out first? You and Mike Davis?
Well, I know Ron's listening because he's Facebooking me right now. So Ron, let me ask you this, brother. You said last week on the show that you would sign a contract, that you would sign a contract and fight John Charles on the, what was it, the 31st of August?
Yep, 31st of August.
All right, so Ron, will you sign that contract and will you fight him on the 31st? Yes or no? Direct question. Now he's pissed. So he said. He's
pissed. Oh, yeah, we're all scared. Ron's pissed. Oh, one of the goons just texted me. I don't know if he texted you or not. Al would like to know, or I should say my goon. Al, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, Al,
way to say his name,
me,
Dick.
Oh my God. Al, don't make me do knuckles when I get back there tomorrow. Please don't. Anyway, Al would like to know how Davis's ass tastes. I mean,
like chicken.
Well, that is the third question. If he can answer all three of those questions, plus yours, let Ron on.
Well, he's not answering them yet. He just says a bunch of lies.
Well, then I say we don't fucking let him on. But it's your show.
I want to know the answer to the question too, because damn, it's been 2 weeks. He answered it last week, and it took pulling some teeth to get him to answer it. But says Ron says I have a full police report or police record, and there ain't shit like that on my record.
Just like when he was arrested for third-degree theft and robbery in Muscatine County back in 1996.
He tells you to bring it.
Dude, I've tried to, but his pussy ass won't.
Good
God, everyone can agree to that. Everyone on here agrees to that. Ron, you've been humiliated. You've lost everything. Fucking the other Midwest Lessons page won't even take you. You're nothing now. You're nothing but a bitch. You can't even come to terms to fighting me. And here I am. I'm just a fucking nobody. You should be able to wipe the floor with me, Mr. 150-0. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do, if maybe one of my, I might be able to post a poll on the Midwest Legends page and ask which video should be released first.
Yeah.
So what would you vote for?
I don't know. I'm not gay or anything like that, but I do the ass eating.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, because good God, everyone's seen Emma naked. And everyone's seen Nina naked. I mean, we gotta see Ron with that tongue action. I mean, does he have the tongue of steel? Is he the bad boy tongue? I mean, Ron, come on, answer the question, Ron.
He's not answering it so far.
Well,
he goes, so what? That was years ago.
A good point. Pulling what teeth? Ron only has one tooth left, man. How can he pull any more teeth, Glenn? I mean, how many teeth does Ron have? That should be a game. Ron, how many teeth do you have left? Okay. You know what? Bring on the bad boy.
People are chiming in to put on Ron.
I know. That's what I said. Put on the bad boy.
All right. Give me 2 seconds. Let me pull up All right, hold on one second here. Let me.
This is gonna be good.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Message CR22. The number you have called is no longer in service.
Says the number I've called is no longer in service.
Ron, you're gonna have the message in your new number.
I got that right here. Hold on one second. Ron. Hey, hold on one second. All right, you guys are on.
Hey, Glenn, you lying? I just said. Oh, hey, Glenn, did you get that video I just sent you?
You lying sack of shit.
Glenn,
There is no video. There is no video of my life. There is no fucking video of my life. You fat cocksucker.
Come on, fight me then.
You're a lying piece of shit.
Fight me, you dumb
You're a lying piece of shit.
When are you gonna fight me?
There is no fucking video of my wife. There is no video of my daughter. You need to stop attacking my fucking family, motherfucker.
It's okay for you to do it to me. Hey, Glenn,
You got light of fucking neck in the hell out, boy.
Hey, Glenn, did you see the video I sent you?
I got a video
There is
right
no
here.
fucking video of fucking... Shut the fuck up. Put your ass down.
Luke, calm down. Let Glenn calm fucking chill. Let Glenn
Fuck you, bitch.
fuck you. Then fight me. Shut me up. I'm fucked. Do it. Fight me.
I put a bullet in your fucking head. Calm down.
Pussy, you gotta fucking... I'm gonna tell you like my sensei did. You fucking bitch.
You ain't never made me back up, motherfucker. You motherfucker. Hey, Jeff, don't cry, motherfucker. Don't cry. We're not even doing my leg, dumbass. Tattoos on my leg, dumbass.
How's Cena doing? How's Cena
It's
doing?
just the news fucking goddamn word, you stupid fuck. Bitch, you got my fucking best friend as my family, motherfucker.
You know, everyone's laughing at you, Ron.
Yeah, okay.
It's pathetic.
Yeah. Okay, you're pathetic, you fat shit.
39 treating you, Ron.
Hey, I'm looking at a video. I'm looking at a video right now, dude. And
That's the fucking news.
Yeah, it is.
That's the fuck it is.
Everyone's I got all. Then I'm going to release the pictures of you hitting on a woman. You're really cool. Can't hit on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got the fucking records. I got the affidavits. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't never hit on a woman, motherfucker. Ever.
No money from Peter.
Ever. I ain't never hit on a woman, motherfucker. Ever.
Fucking t-shirt money. Gone.
Ever, dude. Ever.
Fight me.
Funny. I talk to him every day, motherfucker.
Fight me, Ron.
Dude, I'm gonna break his fucking neck.
Fight me then.
You fucked with the wrong motherfucker.
Oh, what? We gonna send down your Gambinos?
I don't need to send down there, man. I'm gonna shoot in your fucking head. I promise you that.
hey, you do realize, hey, Ron, you do realize that you're on air and you're.
I don't give a fuck. Because all that bullshit he just put on here is a bunch of lies.
Then fucking fight me and shut me up, bitch.
Dude, you just admitted you made this shit up, you dumb motherfucker. You got caught in lies.
Then fucking shut me up and prove me wrong, bitch. Fucking
I'm gonna shut you up, motherfucker. I promise you that.
I guarantee you this. Within the next 14 days, I will be at 139 with the fucking camera showing how much of a bitch you truly are.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. You pussy. You fucking know that. So, you know that you can't hide from me, you fucking no good bitch. See? Hey, didn't you hear when people thought you sounded like a fucking bitch laughing? Even Glenn said it last week. You
Let me tell you something. Number one, you can take that fucking gay crap and
That's kind of funny. Take the gay stuff and shove it up your ass.
You gonna make me say boy? I don't say that shit. Well, okay, this is different. This bullshit with gay shit, motherfucker. Nobody had no idea about that motherfucker, you dumb son of a bitch. You're a chomo. You hang out with Gary. I ain't no chomo, bitch. I ain't no bullshit. You got life fucked up. I ain't never fucking done shit like that. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. You got that point. No one can understand you.
All right, hey. Time out. Speak clearly into the phone.
What are you gonna do, bitch? Shut me up. I got your bitch. You are my bitch. Yeah, you're my bitch, motherfucker. I can't be on making my bitch. I took away your shirt. No, you didn't. You think so? Oh, I know that motherfucker. No, you didn't, motherfucker. I promise you ain't taking shit away. Oh, I promise you ain't taking shit away. Oh, I did, motherfucker. Doubt it. Oh, that's all you can say. So when are you gonna fight me, Ron? You may when and where. When I go to your house, motherfucker. Really? I'll bring you to your house. Well, you don't even know where I live. You don't even know my real name. I'll find you. Don't worry about that. Oh, dude, don't worry. I'll fight you first.
Well, the video has a guy. Look, I'm not saying it is Ron. I'm saying it looks like Ron licking the guy's ass who is in a Cook County Sheriff's outfit. It's fuzzy. It's fuzzy.
Funny. That ain't me, motherfucker. Oh, it is. I guarantee it. It's you. Count on it. No, it's not. Count on it. You crazy as fuck. Hey, watch this to the end, fucking Glenn. You crazy as fuck. He licked all these fucking videos. Pretty good at editing videos, aren't you? Hey, isn't the bipolar rock and roller one's in on this shit too? You guys are fucking stupid as fuck. You got some of that fucking fakey shit I've ever seen in my life. Hey, isn't Emma supposed to get up next week? Maybe I'll pick her up. Dude, you ain't never been near my kid. Nobody's never been near my wife. You got right messed up. I don't play that bullshit. Which wife are you talking about? You've had multiple. Dude, I've been married to you fucking retard.
Blevins says he fucked Nina, Emma, too, in Alan Jackson's tour bus.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just reporting what I'm saying.
I love all the fake bullshit. I love it. It's funny as fuck. It's so fucking funny. Ron, the more lies you come over with, the more stupid you fucking are. Let's figure out. I don't know when, but I can guarantee you within the next 2 weeks.
So Ron, after all this stuff that has come out tonight, and I know you're pissed off, but after all this stuff that has come out tonight, are you going to fight John Charles?
He's been there. Are you going to fight me? Yes or no, bitch? What did you say, you fat bitch? Ooh, well, this fat bitch is going to fuck up your toothless head. And no, you're not. Then I'm going to break you. No, you're not. Just like no, you're not. I'll never do it, motherfucker. Look away. There's no tattoos on it, you dumbass. I got tattoos on my leg. I got tattoos on my leg, you fat fuck. Little tattoos. I got tapped out by my sensei. No, I did not. Because I wasn't in MMFG, you fucking retard. And this is a straight away. No tattoos on the leg.
All right, hey. All right. All right, hey, time out. A yes or no answer, just like we had last week. Are you going to sign the contract on the 27th, Ron? Yes or no?
I'm going to break the skull when that happens, too.
Okay, oh, so you said, is that a yes?
What is this all right? Does it say no? It says I'm going to break his motherfucking skull.
Okay.
With that infamous Superman punch.
All right, we got a few more minutes, so hey, I'm gonna let you go, Ron. I got to close out. Thanks for coming on.
Get the fuck off the show, bitch.
All right, he's off.
So let's mark it down. July 27th. If he does not sign the contract, July 27th, someone needs to get in contact with him to figure out the dates. If he does not sign for it, what is the Friday after 27th? Would that be August 3rd?
27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Yeah, August 3rd.
August 3rd. Mark my words. If he has not signed it, you can call me on your radio show. You can watch it on fucking Facebook Live. I will go to Ron Imhoff.
Who's going to film it? I'm curious, man.
I'll have one of my goons live stream it onto the Midwest Legends page. We can do like a simulcast.
All right. I can dig that. Well, we only have about 2 more minutes. So, 2 more minutes. What else do you have to say in 2 minutes?
Well, I think...
Oh, wait. Lonnie Horn says Ron is a punk bitch and ran from him.
That is the fucking truth. I mean, Ron runs from everyone. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen listening on this show, if I show up to Ron, and I will go straight to him, I will end up in jail because the bitch will run and call the cops. And then I guarantee you within 6 hours I will be bonded out, and within the next half hour after that, I'll be balls deep in Nina and Emma.
Balls deep, these nuts.
Guaranteed. Count on it.
All right, brother. Hey, man, I got to close this show out. I thank you for coming on. This is a to-be-continued show, brother.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the time you give me, and you're awesome, brother.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, peace out.
Bye-bye.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it was going to be a powder keg, did I not? And the powder keg blew, no pun intended. And Ron Imhoff is pissed off, and you heard it from his mouth. He's going to fight John Charles. Well, he said he's going to break his skull and put a bullet in his head, but those are actually terrorist threats, so we won't say that, but I guess he's going to fight him, and we'll find out exactly when and where, and we will break it to you live on Sports Insider every single Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to thank my guest, John Charles. I want to thank Ron Imhoff for coming on, even though we couldn't really understand too much of what he was saying. He's a little bit pissed off, but I thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Be nice. Be kind to each other. Love ya. Peace out. Oh, and one more thing. If you missed the show, Spreaker.com, Liz Spillman, Sports Insider. See you next week.
You're tuning